Good evening, everybody. It's well, we're on, I believe it's Monday, the 13th, the day after Mother's Day, and we weren't here last night. We're live here at Panama City Beach, Florida. It's a little bit overcast, still beautiful weather. It's nice and warm outside. We're minus the person tonight. You know, Julia's a little sick. She's not sick. She just lost a part of her body today, and it's the most important part of her body, I believe. It's part of her mouth, and she really misses that part. I know that she told me that the doctor, as she talked like this with the side of her mouth, she said, "Doc," I told the doc that my husband would really like this. If we could have that a little bit at the house, he could probably numb my mouth as much as possible. So anyway, I'm sitting here with Crimson, and he's sitting, well, you know, sitting next to me, and he's kind of filling in for Julie, and you know, we're gonna hang out for a little bit and chit chat and see where we go from here.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, he's sitting here.
How y'all doing tonight?
He came home to a new thing hanging up.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of hard to miss when I walked in the door.
Yeah, man. Yep. Well, it didn't say Roll Tide on it, but it definitely
It doesn't have to. It says University of Alabama. Big old rug hanging on my wall, or blanket. It looks like one of those, what do they call them? Snuggles? Snuggies?
Yeah. Snuggies, whatever they are.
Snuggie blanket, you know. It's that real soft material that feels so good, you know.
I was going to throw it on your bed, but then I was like, you know.
No, you did the right thing by putting it on the wall.
I think so.
I took a picture of it and sent it to Mama.
Did you? It was Julie's idea.
I did. I said, look at my belated birthday present from Julie and Nicko. She said, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And she's an Auburn fan.
I know she is. I know she is. Uh-huh. You know, did your brother see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I made him get up. He laid back in that chair. I said, you got to see this.
Yeah.
He said, come here. You got to see this.
Is that how he ended up?
He walked down there and looked in the room and said, damn. Kind of like when y'all went on the slingshot cross street and the boy said, oh, God damn.
Oh, God damn. Yeah.
That was so funny. You need to post that video on here.
Man, I wish I could, man. It was on my old phone.
It was on your old phone?
Yeah. I don't know if I can pull up that old video. I'd probably be able to with that cloud,
you should be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, can you still get into the phone?
Yeah, well, I can't get into the phone, but I think I can pull up my old information.
Might be able to.
Yeah, I think I can.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out.
That'd be neat to put on there because that's just hilarious. Oh, God damn.
You know,
well, the funny part is the camera goes straight up.
Yeah, it did perfect.
And he goes, oh, goddamn, as the camera's going straight up.
Yeah. It was a couple second delay, but you know.
That was funny. That was absolutely hilarious.
Oh man.
So what do you think about the new embassy in the capital of Israel, Jerusalem now?
Well, I mean, exciting news.
Well, it's a long time coming. You know, what I really don't understand about some of this is Israel is a sovereign country, and they get to decide where they put their capital.
Yeah.
Okay. It'd be like us telling Tennessee that they can't have their capital where it is. They'd have to move it for some reason or another. All these other nations are saying, no, Jerusalem can't be the capital of Israel. Mm-hmm. Well, why not? It's their country. It's their right to determine where their capital is going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's like somebody telling us, oh, no, Washington, D.C. can't be your capital anymore. You got to move it to Peoria, Illinois.
Right, right. Well, you know, that's what happened in Memphis.
You know? So
we have 2 mayors.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I sure do. We got Germantown. And,
well, Germantown's its own incorporation, though, isn't it?
Well,
kinda, but not really.
Yeah, not really.
Oh, I see.
I mean, you go into, you know, the old segregation part. You know, when they had white flight. Everybody went out and spread out from the city, and the city stayed the city, and then you know it became populated to one area, so they split. They split Memphis up.
Yeah, and incorporated.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's a bit.
But yeah, you know, it's a good thing. It's a long time coming. We voted to do this 20 years ago, or 20 plus years ago, and you know, Trump followed through on another campaign promise. You know, he just keeps doing that one by one, following through on the promises he kept. And you know, I saw tonight where the polls, you know, the Dems were like, oh, we're going to have a blue wave in the midterm elections, and it's pretty much dead even right now.
Yeah,
it's pretty much dead even. The polls have all pulled back. They had like a 17-point generic ballot lead, and now the generic ballot lead is Oh yeah, I see that.
Yep.
Cool.
Bring it on.
Yeah, got a guest in the house. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Guess who I am?
But yeah, the generic ballots have pulled even now, so
Well, you know what? This is the way I look at it, man. I said this before a few episodes back that this is the only president that is actually working, and you know what? Like the old golf saying, it's time to press, and you know what? He's moving every single day, and he's making this stuff work. And you know what? There's no other better way to put a legacy in the first year and a half of his presidency. I mean, look.
Plus the upcoming summit with the North Korean leader.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Which has never been done. I mean, the fact that our new head of state, Pompeo, actually met with him has never been done.
No, it has never been done.
And it's amazing what things are happening. And I was kind of curious why Trump didn't go to Jerusalem today, and I know why.
Well, you tell me why, because I think he's got other things to do, don't you?
Well, no. His wife had an operation today.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. She had a kidney operation today. She's going to be in the hospital for about a week, so my thoughts and prayers go out to Melania.
Yeah. All of ours do.
She's, I'm pretty sure this was a scheduled surgery. It wasn't an emergency surgery. They knew it was coming, and I'm pretty sure that's why he's not in Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he's going to be by his wife's side, or, close enough if necessary. I don't think he was there after the surgery, but he's already, he got an update as soon as it was over with. Of course, he's the president. He can do that.
Of course he can.
So, but she's at Walter Reed, and I'm pretty sure this was a planned procedure that was necessary. I didn't realize she was younger than me.
Well,
she's 48.
She's my age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's 48. And he's how old? 70?
70, yeah. He's my mom's age.
Good for him. Excuse me.
Oh. It's not really hard to guess who I am, is. Yeah, well, we'll wait for that guest to come on tomorrow.
Come on tonight if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Well, no, by the end of the show, you know what'll happen?
What?
Loose lips sink ships.
You're right about that.
Yeah, she'll give it up. Well, she's at the Walter Reed Cooks. What do you call it now? We can't even say it that way. She's just laid up in not an infirmary bed.
She's recovering.
Yes, she is.
She's recovering from having that tooth pulled, and now she's not in any pain because the tooth is gone.
Yes, that's right.
She called me this morning after it was over with, and it said your name because she had your phone.
That's right.
And I was like, okay, she's back home already, because I thought you were calling me because it said Nicko. And I answered the phone, and she's like, she couldn't talk.
I feel bad for my
She's
mom.
numbed up on Novocaine, and your mother talked to her too.
Twice. Once before and once after.
I was like, you're okay, they pulled the tooth. I said, oh, good.
That's right.
And I was in the middle of hiring somebody. right in the middle of doing his paperwork.
At least she didn't come home with it.
And,
Look what I got.
You going to be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay, bye.
Gotta go. Something else. Well,
Trying to figure out what that is.
I'll tell you, I don't like having the tooth pain, and I'm glad that her pain's gone, because I don't have to have that pain anymore for her. And
you don't have to hear about it.
No, it's not about hearing about it. I just hate seeing you be in pain. But,
I will have to give this to Trump. He makes good-looking children.
You talking about his daughter there?
Well, yeah, but his boys are good-looking boys, too.
Oh, yeah, he's got good-looking kids, yeah.
But, he makes good-looking children. Of course, he chooses good women to do it with.
Well, yeah. Look at...
But, Ivanka is... She's just hot.
Well, here's the other thing, is that, check this out, man. She's definitely on the side of her father, man. She's part of the cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
So is the son.
She's his senior advisor.
I know. This is an amazing family trait. It is a good deal all the way around. It's not just he's running a company. So
sure
he's hiring the best that he knows.
Sure, that's what he does.
And he hires the one he trusts the most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Look, I learned something from my stepfather. said, you don't have to know how to do everything. You just have to know how to manage everything.
Yeah.
So you hire people and put the people in place that know how to do it. Then all you have to do is manage them.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's a great philosophy, and that's what Trump doing. That's what Trump does. You know,
He makes it work.
I mean, my stepfather was CEO of a credit union, and he didn't know a lot about accounting.
Yeah.
But the person that ran his accounting department did,
Right.
because he hired him to do that.
Well, people are scrutinizing him because of the fact that his seats aren't all the way filled. Well, you know what? He's not filling them because he's not going to just throw somebody in there. He's not going to do it that way.
And also Congress is, the Senate, because of that stupid 60 vote rule.
Yeah. It's
the Democrats have been blocking everybody that they put up there.
That's right. Well, yeah. Well,
And look.
they're not working,
the
man.
Republicans didn't do it to Obama. They allowed Obama to put his own people in place.
They sure did.
So he could do the job. Well, but they're not returning the favor to Trump. And they didn't return the favor to Bush.
They sure didn't.
They
sure didn't.
Now, Bush was a little bit easier because he was more of the elitist and part of the in crowd.
Yeah.
Trump being on the outside from all of it is just it's ridiculous. And we're a year and a half into his, a year or 15 months into his presidency, and he still doesn't have all his post filled because Congress won't get them done.
Yeah, the
Senate won't get them done.
You know what he said about that? He said, that's okay. I'm saving money.
Well, yeah, he's right about that.
Yeah, and you know what? These people are wasting money by.
Oh, he knows how to save money.
That's right, and he's pissed that these people are wasting his time.
They're
wasting their time.
I heard a report earlier. I think maybe it was Hannity. The Atlanta Reserve, the Fed Reserve in Atlanta, is predicting a 4.1 GDP for the second quarter.
No kidding, really.
That's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. When Obama told us 1.5, 1.8 was going to be mainstream. What an idiot. Oh my God. Really? Well, that's what they wanted us to know.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted us to expect.
Right.
No growth.
Well, you know what? This is not what this president wants.
No. He knows what he's doing.
Obama was good for speeches. That's all I think he was ever good for. He was a good speech reader.
Yeah, and I couldn't even stand to listen to him.
Well, people listened to him.
And he was a good orator, and that was about it.
I agree with you. That's about it.
That's about it. He wasn't really good at anything. The man never had a real job.
He had a good time.
Well, yeah, that's what he's been doing his whole life.
Well, did you see the president at the bashing?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No. He went to Obama's bashing, though.
I mean, this guy here has never had alcohol in his whole life.
Nope. Because of his brother. We were talking about that.
Because of his brother. Brother was an alcoholic. So he learned to stay away from it. So, he doesn't even drink ever, period.
Well, he doesn't have to. I think he gets high and working all the time.
Well, he does. He gets his adrenaline rush from getting things done.
That's his fix. That's his fix.
It's like this embassy opening today. That gave him an adrenaline rush. So it's
You don't have to drink alcohol all the time to get things done. That's for sure. Most people that do don't get a whole bunch of shit done.
If they drink too much of it, you're right.
You're right about that. Yeah.
Stupid's a good example of that.
Yes, he is.
Mr. Stupid. Oh, he was on the tear tonight.
Yeah, he was. Kick a guy out and say,
"Get him out!
Get out! But it's okay. Keep your stuff behind there. No, take it out.
Yeah.
Keep it behind it.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Different week.
Change.
Different person.
Different minute.
2 weeks from now, to be the same person again.
Yeah. Man, 2 weeks from now.
Kills me.
Well, his birthday's coming up, and then they're all leaving, I guess.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know when they're leaving.
I don't either.
He's like, so you just, Mama's going to tell you to watch me. And I said, it won't be anything different.
Well, that's what you do now.
Yeah, Mama was gone for a month. I don't even think you remember that. You were here? Yeah, I'm the one that turned the stove off, man. Don't you remember that? And you asked me how
from burning the house down.
Yeah, he said, he comes up to me and he's sitting there for about 45 minutes and he goes, yeah, when should I turn the water off and the water will stop boiling? I said, what? Did he just say that to me? You had to walk up to the house, turn it up, and the pan is dry. Oh.
There's no water left. He boiled all the water out.
Yeah.
And he wanted to know when to turn it
Right.
off.
And he went to go grab the handle of the pan. Man, I looked at him and said, "You're going to burn yourself so bad, it's going to stick your hand." Dread that hot pad. Yeah. Anyway, that's Mr. Stupid. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point there. Guess who I am? He should be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize for what he's done with Korea, with North Korea. I'm a former military intelligence guy, and actually did work the North Korean target while I was in. So I have some knowledge on what's been going on there. Of course, it's old knowledge because I've been out for so long, but it's still amazing to see what Trump has done with North Korea. Knowing what I know and having been there when before this guy was even in power, his daddy was in power then. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see what's happening over there. Really interesting to see what he's been able to do. And well, look, the biggest influence is China.
Oh yeah.
You know, China's and he's told Kim, "You're done.
Yeah, man.
We're not going to support you anymore. You know, if you want to survive, you're going to have to denuclearize. You're going to have to get rid of it. You know, Trump's not playing, and we're not going to take the brunt of Trump because you won't do what needs to be done."
Yeah, because it's going to trickle down all the way down.
You know,
and we don't want it to hit us. So here we are.
But yeah, and if he doesn't get the peace prize, if they sign a peace treaty, because we've been at war.
Oh yeah.
All right, we've only had a ceasefire since '53.
Right.
We've been at war with them for 70 years. You know, and all we did was sign a ceasefire in '53. So it's just been a ceasefire.
Yep.
This whole time. There's never been a peace treaty. So if he gets a peace treaty signed and he doesn't get the Nobel Peace Prize, then what is the Nobel Peace Prize worth?
Yeah.
What are any of the Nobel Prizes worth outside of the sciences?
Right. Exactly.
You know.
What's the sense of having one anymore?
Exactly.
Exactly. Seems to know what to say to them.
You're right. He's got them by the short hairs.
That's right.
Right on the back of the neck, pulling straight up. Ow!
Oh man. Well, you know, I'm impressed. I'm honored that he's the president, and he's going to get another term. We know that. He's not done yet. He is not done yet. You know, we were talking yesterday about what was it that he had said, or who said it about him. Gosh, man, I can't remember what they were talking about. My mind's going blank here.
Was it a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, everything's bad about him on certain things. It was about, gosh darn it, man. Hold on here. Let me look that up again.
All right. Well, I'm looking here at an article that just popped up on Drudge that Laura Ingram's ratings have been booming on Fox, and she's now beating out Maddow. Of course, Maddow's an idiot. Couldn't believe she ever got back to the top anyway. But we're actually watching Laura right now on the TV because we usually keep it on Fox News or the Weather Channel.
Yeah.
I watch a few other channels, but not many. Any Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead fans out there, chime in. I'm pretty up to date on all those. I keep up with those. About the only show I do watch. But yeah, looks like Laura's starting to come into her own. I like Laura Ingram. She's straightforward, and she doesn't put up with any crap out of people, and she pretty much tells it like it is. Yeah, and she's hot too, so that always makes for good TV. Uh-oh. Bill O'Reilly in talks to return to cable news. Let me get this pulled up and see what he's going, where he's going. He's going to Newsmax TV.
Good for you.
Yeah. In his old time slot. I liked O'Reilly. Sometimes he get on my nerves. Sometimes he's a little much of a bully on the air with people. If they didn't agree with him, he wouldn't let them say anything. But I mean, he was pretty fair most of the time, and now if he interviewed big people, he was always real fair with his interviews, and able to, allow them to state their case. And look, he'd call BS when he saw BS.
Oh yeah, he did.
He did. He'd call BS when he saw BS, but he got kind of old and stale. He started out on entertainment TV back in the 90s.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was it Entertainment Weekly maybe?
Yeah, it was.
Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
But that's where he got his start in TV, was back then. And then Fox brought him on when they started, and of course he was a staple at Fox for years until he got in trouble because, like so many men in power, they use that as a way to get things they shouldn't try to get from women, and, it caught up to him. Same with Roger Ailes. These men in power think they can do that, and
just like Matt Lauer.
yeah, they do.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
Matt Lauer,
Yeah.
Charlie Rose,
Now
Harvey Weinstein,
their careers ended instantly.
Tom
man.
Brokaw's
Yeah.
in the mix of it now, and
Yeah.
look, either you can get it or you can't, but you can't make them do it.
No, you sure can't.
And you can't hang it over their heads and say, all right, if you want a promotion, you got to do this. That's just wrong. That's just absolutely wrong. For a man to do that is, I don't have any respect for men that do that because I've never done that. I've had positions of influence and, had opportunities to do it if I chose to and never did.
Right?
Yeah,
well, I mean,
so it's just that's just the wrong way to go about it.
just
Look, as much money as Bill O'Reilly had, he could have just bought what he wanted.
well, yeah, I'm sure he did.
He could have just paid for it.
Well, most of these guys have sex addict problems, man.
Sure they do.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
or just
I think it comes with the power.
yeah, that's where it comes from.
It
People
comes
see
with
him-
the power,
or
and
people-
it's not really the sex part of it; it's the power part of it
Right.
that's so addicting to them and makes them do what they do. So
Yeah, whatever happened? Has Bill Cosby been sentenced yet?
no,
Is
he was found guilty, but they haven't had the sentencing.
So he gets to sit around for a few months and hang out and live his life for a little longer.
yeah, well, I mean, he made bail, so he's on bail until his sentencing.
Okay.
And then once he gets sentenced, he's done. He's gone.
Unless
Unless the judge doesn't give him any jail time.
and just say, oh, well, house arrest for the rest of your life.
They could do that. I don't know.
I mean,
You know,
does he have any priors?
gets him. Walking Dead sounds like a weekend around here. Well, no, usually it's the off season around here.
Yeah.
Those
are called the creepy crawlers.
Usually the weekend's kind of fun filled and party packed or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, middle of the week's when the when the Walking Dead come around here.
we just had an instant like just now. I mean, we had old Shorty come by.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's one was got
Oh,
thrown
yeah.
out, but it was okay for
Oh,
him
yeah.
to keep his stuff here.
I want one of those.
You one of those droney things?
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
one of those drones right
Yeah,
there.
you gotta get a big one though.
I get one with my first bonus check. We'll go down to Pier Park to that place that's got them. They got some nice ones down there, $200-300. Got cameras on them and everything.
Yeah, you remember when we went?
Yeah, we
checked
walked.
them out?
We checked them out one day.
Did you hear about the salmonella with all the chicken or the eggs? Like 200 million chicken eggs were called back from North Carolina.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, the only reason.
Salmonella scare?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up to stupid. Because
Oh, don't do that.
Because
Oh, please don't do that. Oh, hell no.
Stupid likes to look
Oh,
at
my
everything
God.
that's got a
Look,
date
if it's expired,
or not,
if it's past its expiration date, he won't touch it.
or 2 days before. Yeah.
He's ridiculous.
Yeah. It says
No, he is. He's absolutely ridiculous.
nearly 36 people gotten affected with it. And
Well, did we get any of them down here?
I don't know. 200 million, more than 200 million. Nearly 36 people in 9 states have now been stricken by salmonella outbreak that led to recall of more than 200 million eggs last month. The outbreak has been, sheesh.
Well, if it's last month, they're probably all off the shelves by now.
Well, I mean, just remember all that lettuce.
Yeah, that's true.
let's see here. It says North Carolina belonging to the Indian-based egg producer Rose Acre Farms. In April, the Center for Disease Control, CDC, and Prevention, the numbers jumped. The 12 who fell in recent were in 5 different states. The eggs are all sold under different brands in a variety of retailers and restaurants, including Walmart and Waffle House. So Walmart people, yeah, hopefully they're all off the shelf.
Yeah, I hope so. That's where we buy our eggs.
That's right. 11 people have been hospitalized, according to the CDC, but no deaths have been reported from the outbreak, which prompted the recall of nearly 207 million eggs. My God, that's a lot.
Yes, it is.
Salmonella Cup is a bacteria that causes diarrhea, fever, and stomach cramps, typically 12 to 72 hours after exposure. Most people recover without treatment, but young children, senior citizens, and people with weakened immune systems are more susceptible to being severely affected. So the affected eggs have best buy dates of April 2nd and April 3rd on them. Rose Acre Farms did not immediately respond to a request for comment, and it does show Florida as the number 2 outbreak. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder what I was having the shits the other day.
Yeah.
Well, it could have possibly been. I mean, because they name it under different brands. It's not just from that.
That's
so
right.
You have to kind of look under who is the distributorship on. I'm sure they would have to post Rose Farms on their packages somewhere.
That's possible. Yeah.
Because they are distribution. Anyway.
All right, so for people with so much money that they don't know what the hell to do with it, this painting by Modigliani, I've never heard of him. It's a nude painting of a woman. She's got her back turned, and it fetched $157.2 million at auction. Who in the hell would pay $157 million for a painting?
Somebody that has too much money to not worry about.
I mean, my God. Why don't the Democrats go after somebody like that?
I don't know.
You know, they talk about the one percenters.
Let me ask you a question.
Holy cow.
Do you think they don't?
Well, you know why they don't?
Do you think they don't?
Because they're the ones buying those paintings for $157 million.
Because they spent all their money?
No. They're elitists, man. They're the ones with all the money.
Right.
But they want to talk about the one percenters. They are the one percenters. I guarantee you the person that bought that was a Democrat.
Right.
Just because he had the money.
Well, I don't know. I mean, who bought it?
I don't know. It doesn't say. I didn't even look at the article. I'm just reading the headline.
I mean,
you know what I could do with $157 million?
Well,
Do you know what I could do with that much money?
okay.
Number one, none of us would ever work again.
Well, no. I
But
mean,
we wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
We'd sit around all day and build furniture
yeah, that would be kind of cool.
and just sell it when we wanted to.
or just have a shop where we could have an education,
You know.
educational workshop that we have the
And
best.
you talking about a drone?
Best workers
We'd
in the
have some
country
serious
come in.
drones.
Yeah, and we'd pay them to come and just build the best furniture in the world.
Sure.
Why not? Wouldn't matter.
I mean, really.
And then just
Wow.
give it away.
$157 million for a painting
Well, I mean,
that somebody painted 100 years ago. Who cares? Who cares?
I wonder where we're gonna put it.
Well, I'd put that on my wall. She's a good-looking woman.
I don't know about that.
You know. Well, she's close enough.
I mean, it's a
For
portrait.
a painting.
It's a portrait, right?
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's not a portrait because it's not just a headshot. It's a full body shot.
No, it's not a full body shot. It's a full butt shot.
Well, it's a full backside shot. Splitting hairs now.
Hey, listen, I don't have any
let's
idea
see.
what it's like
Let's
to be
go
rich.
let's go to Real Nigga News and see what's going on.
I think
there.
it'd be pretty awesome, though. You know.
I haven't been there in a while. Yeah, there he is.
You know, some of those
on the
people
front
have a
page.
lot of problems.
All right, he said something about, he posted an article about Tinder today. I've actually might be having some success. I'm either getting catfished or I'm having good success. It's going to be one or the other. Because she's really good looking. She's from France and she's a doctor.
See that? It makes sense now. This is how rich people are born.
Well, yeah, you know, that's about right. It's a Ferrari with a baby coming out of it.
out of the scoop. That's too funny. Oh, Lord.
All right, so Tinder
That's pretty cool, too.
is discriminating against people my age.
Look, that's their pet pool. That's for the pets.
For the pets?
Yeah, fire hydrant.
Okay,
into a dog bone.
that's just really stupid.
Yeah, that's the pet's house.
Of course, 500.
That's the dog's house.
Yeah, that's
a dog. That's one big dog
biggest,
house.
That's the biggest freaking dog house I've ever. It's got a chimney.
Yeah, chimney.
It's got a fireplace in it.
Yeah, fireplace.
And a pool.
And a fire
Man,
hydrant.
that's better than my house.
Yeah, and look at the
Of course,
dog.
$557
Dogs
million.
going, what y'all doing in my yard?
If I had $157 million, I could build one like that. I could.
Cars are 3 years old. Insurance companies hope you don't know this ridiculous, easy trick. Don't insure your car.
Oh, stay away from those kind of ads.
Well, that wasn't an ad. They said that's why we're rich. We could write these. The battery's nice. Unbelievable. You had to make me look this stuff up, huh? What was his name? Mark, the owner of the basketball team.
Rubin.
Yeah, Mark Rubin. He was he did a documentary around him. I don't know, a few months ago.
Mark Cuban, I saw that.
Did you see that?
I saw that documentary.
He says that I am rich. You know what? And I like it.
That's right.
And you know what? I have the money, and whatever.
Okay, so Tinder.
Oh no.
Check this out now. According to CNN, Tinder's attorneys successfully argued that the lower court
You on nigga.com?
the price discrepancies existed because younger users were more budget constrained than older users.
Mm-hmm.
Customers aged 30 and younger have less capacity to pay for premium services, and they need a lower price to pull the trigger. Get a real job, pay the same as everybody else. That's what the real world's all about. When you turn 30, it really doesn't matter. You can't live in mama's basement when you're 30. Get a job, get a real life. Just like the rest of us did when we were 18. Some of us younger than that. You know, I turned 18 years old. My daddy looked at me and said, "You're a grown man. You make your own decisions."
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing that ever since. You know. These kids these days, man, I tell you what, I don't understand what happened, because it's my generation, our generation, that raised these kids to be the snowflakes that they are. And our generation wasn't raised like that.
Well, I know mine wasn't.
You know, we were taught the value of hard work. We were taught that merit, achievement will get you places in this world.
I agree with you.
And why did our generation decide that that wasn't the case anymore? They want to give trophies to everybody. They don't want to. Look, I coached my stepson in soccer when he was 5 and 6 years old.
Yeah.
We didn't keep score.
Oh no.
I was like, we're what? We're not keeping score. No. I said, well, they are. You don't believe them boys on the field didn't know what the damn score was?
Oh, I'm sure they did.
They were keeping the score.
Well, not some of them didn't. They were all too worried about.
Oh no, no!
Every
one of them boys on that field knew what the score of the game was. They knew who was winning and who was losing. Whether we were keeping score or not.
Well, yeah, I mean that's different back.
They know who won and lost.
That's different in each different whatever county and whatever, because everybody's doing a different thing all the time. You know that. You know. But I know as I grew up, we had a score thing.
Why are we not keeping score? They're keeping score.
Well,
they know what the score is.
Right. They're not showing them what competition is.
No.
No.
And that's what it is in the real world.
Well,
Look, I don't understand my generation and how they've raised their kids and not taught them to go out and be competitive.
They were back at that. They raised them. They didn't teach them shit. There's a difference between raising and teaching.
Well, I mean
you got to educate these kids the right way.
To me, raising is the same as teaching.
There's no way.
Because that's how I was. I mean, I was raised by my parents, but I was taught by my parents as I was raised by my parents.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, okay,
You know?
yeah. But there's a difference by what I'm saying. Raising a child, or I always think that when you raise something, you raise an animal. Okay. And
Well,
you,
yeah.
you can't teach a cow to
you're right.
You can't
You're
teach a cow to add. You can't teach a cow to play baseball.
That's right.
You raise.
Yeah, you got to teach your kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
as far as I'm concerned, that's part of raising them.
And it's,
Because that's what my parents did. They taught me as they raised me. You know. But yeah, I mean, they didn't just spit me out and then feed me and clothe me until I was grown and get rid of me. Like you do, or slaughter me like you do with cows or pigs. Something like that. So, but yeah, and look, most of my employees are millennials. Oh my God, man! Look, you can't get on to them.
No, you can't.
You can't tell them that they're doing something wrong because they get upset. I'm like, what? There's no crying in pizza.
No, there's no crying in pizza.
There's no crying in baseball.
That's right.
Just like Tom Hanks said, there's no crying in pizza.
Are you crying? There's no crying.
Are you
in
crying?
baseball.
Really?
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, I mean, I can't, I can't do like I used to do. I can't be a boss like I used to be. I have to teach and coach. I have to use that go left model.
That's right.
I'm
reading
because
here.
they don't respond to anything but that.
You just read this here.
And I have had a little bit of success with that.
So this is the same thing that they were
Yeah,
saying.
are you on
but
RNN?
Yeah, I'm on the Miami Herald.
Oh, okay.
But it says, but for paying users of Tinder who are older than 30, the dating game isn't just hard. It's pricier, discriminatory, and a violation of older's use of civil rights, according to a California appeals court. That's what they said there. That's what you just read, right? State law bars arbitrary age-based price discrimination, the court said. Tinder's basic product is free, but the customers younger than 30 can pay as little as less than $10.
Yeah.
What a shock.
All right. So,
But if you're over 30, you got to pay double.
Court of Appeals, in its decision, accordingly, we swipe left and reverse. Because on Tinder, you swipe left if you don't, you swipe right if you do.
Okay.
That's the way it is. So they swiped left and said no, and said, then he goes on the right. This is a large step for old dudes trying to get laid everywhere.
It says no matter what Tinder's market research may have shown about the younger users, relative income, willingness to pay for the service as a group, as compared to the older cohorts, some individuals will not fit the mold.
That's right.
While a lower court, that was a higher court, sided with Tinder, the appeals court disagreed, saying there was no strong public policy that justifies the alleged discriminatory pricing, meaning the court said that the trial court had decided the case unanimously. If applied too broadly, Tinder's reason could be used to justify price discrimination. Look, you know what? This is the way I look at it. You can price anything the way you want to. It's your company. If you go in there, you go to 7-Eleven. Well, wait a minute. If you go to 7-Eleven down here, get a Snickers bar, and it's 50 cents.
Right.
You go to Chevron up the street, it's 55 cents. And then you go to Walmart, it is 75 cents. So wait a minute. All these... Wait,
That's not the problem.
no, the problem is people can charge whatever they want.
No.
They can.
No, they can't.
Why not? I can charge you, if you want me to wash your car this week for $10, next week I'm going to charge you $8.50.
Okay.
Okay?
But you can't do that because I'm
Old.
old.
You're not...
Or young.
But look...
I mean, if it was reversed, it'd be wrong.
No, they should go back to what... You're not a senior citizen yet, man. You're
No,
not
I'm
going to
not
get the
saying
early
that.
birds.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I'm saying
I'm not saying that.
They're-
Look,
I know. What
I
you're
understand your argument.
saying. Yeah, okay.
Each place charges whatever they want.
Sure they do.
All right. But they can't charge different prices because of your age. And that's what they're doing.
Well, then they should go to their early bird specials, man. I mean, they can press it any way they want to. They can change it and word it any way
if
they
they
want
want to
to.
do something like that, that'd be fine. But they're not telling you. See, I didn't know this. Of course, I'm on Tinder, but I haven't paid anything.
I would have no idea
You know.
about it, but I mean,
But
I really don't.
I didn't
give a
know
shit.
that if I was under 30, it was only going to be $10 a month instead of $20 a month.
How would they know anyway? Honestly,
Because you put your age on there.
well, you could lie.
Well, some of them do.
Well, how are they going to know how old you are?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you really are. It's how old you telling Tinder you are.
Right. So,
they know how old you are because you're putting your birthday in.
If people are smart enough, I mean, if you're if you're getting a senior discount
well,
already,
it's not going to work if I'm looking for somebody 35 and older, and I say I'm 25 and my picture looks 50.
No, I know. It's just say, I'm not really good at typing. I'm old.
But yeah, the fact that they're charging different prices because of age, that is discrimination.
Yeah.
If Chevron was doing that, they'd get sued for discrimination.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. If they were charging black people $1 and white people 50 cents for the same thing, they'd get sued for discrimination.
Right. There you go.
I'm so pissed off
So
right now.
if they're charging me $1 because I'm 50, and you 50 cents because you're 48, that's discrimination.
Thank God they don't do it alphabetically.
Well, yeah, you'd be in trouble. Because I got 2 early letters.
No last names.
I still got 2 early letters.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Well, that means I get charged more. That's all right.
So,
I always let older people, get the better.
But yeah, I think it's pretty neat that the court said, no, you can't do that no more, Tinder. I'm just hoping I'm not getting catfished. I'm hoping this is the real deal.
Hopefully this one doesn't have whiskers on it.
We'll
right?
see. We'll see.
Yeah,
Maybe later this week.
Yeah,
we'll find out.
Good time to have
It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So.
Well, look, dating sites are definitely been out there for quite some time.
Yeah, and I've been on them for a long time.
Yeah, and we've talked about it from when it was in the newspapers, and
Right.
AOL was
The
pretty
old
much
personal ads.
AOL was pretty much the first one to post out most of that stuff, and then it exploded from there.
I had AOL at one time.
MySpace,
long time ago.
all the other crap.
I started out on MySpace. Now, I got on MySpace because of my daughter. It was the main reason I got on there, and then I moved from there to Facebook. But I don't use Facebook much.
I don't use Facebook at all.
Well, I mean, I use it
Always
to
for
stay connected with some of my old high school friends, some of my old fraternity brothers, family. And that's about it. That's about it. I get on there about once or twice every couple of weeks and see what people are saying and check out what they're posting, and that's about it. I'm what they call a Facebook troll. I don't ever post nothing. I just read everybody else's.
Got plenty to read out there, man. And you like to read.
Well,
you're trolling all your friends.
Like
and
I
buddies.
said, I once or twice every couple of weeks. If that much.
Yeah, I might pop on it.
I got on there.
Once or
the
twice a
day
year.
after my birthday to see all my birthday wishes, and that was it.
I don't even go on there for that. I just pop on maybe once or twice a year. And
Oh,
what do you got?
Margot Kidder died today.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that. I saw
She
it
was
on Drudge
69
earlier.
years old.
69 years old.
Yeah, and she was a big advocate for
Superman's girlfriend.
people that had depression. She tried to kill herself at the age of 14.
Really?
Yeah, she
I didn't know that.
She became homeless in the late 80s. Broke.
Late 80s.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Hell, that was after Superman.
Oh yeah. She got depressed so bad. She
Didn't know that.
was an introvert. She self-medicated quite a bit. She just it was just an internal thing for her.
Yeah.
She went broke. She became homeless.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, some type of light came on, and she started advocating for the people that were depressed, and she started get back into shows, theater, and a lot of.
She was a good-looking Lois Lane now.
Yeah, she was.
I
She
like
was.
Margot Kidder.
Yeah, she was a real pretty lady. 69 years old, man. I mean, that was unexpected. Nobody knew that she was sick.
Yeah.
She did take her life. She just passed away with some complications. She was I believe she was a heavy drinker at one time and a heavy smoker, and life
Yeah,
got
she's
her.
definitely a heavy smoker.
Oh yeah.
She had that rasp.
She did, but she looked good for 70 years old.
I didn't see a picture of her.
Last interview she had was with King.
Larry King?
Yeah, Larry King.
Huh.
Yeah, that was quite some time. But sad to see an icon, movie icon, move on. It's always
yeah,
sad to hear.
always.
I was quite shocked to hear that today. I saw it on Fox.
So we got Jeep Beach Jam coming this week.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. Yes, I think it starts tomorrow and goes through the end of the week.
Oh well, I know we'll be busy this weekend.
Yeah.
But it'd be like almost like Memphis in May. Every time we had Memphis in May, it rained. It was a sog fest.
Right. It's supposed to rain for the next week or so.
Yeah, it's about
Good
time.
chance of rain for the next week or so. Of course, we got that system coming up through
The Gulf.
the Eastern Gulf right now, and it ain't really here yet. We got a little sprinkles earlier, but
Coming through the
it's
Atlantic
not quite here.
Yeah,
Is it on the Atlantic side?
Yeah, it's on the Atlantic side. That's where it's pushing out. It's clipping it and pushing it on the outside,
Well,
coming across.
I didn't see the the weather map for it, but it looked like the circulation was this side of Tampa.
Yeah, it's pushing across the state because
It's going to move up and turn.
yeah,
I got you.
It's starting to spin out. That's what they're kind of watching to see if it's going to turn into that tropical depression. And the Gulf of Mexico, man, it is heating up. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah,
It's getting hot.
it's getting hot and humid down here.
Woo! And when that happens,
Have we seen 90 yet?
yes, we did. We saw 90 yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yep.
That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
And when the Gulf of Mexico starts heating up, what happens is that all the storms that start coming through, it sucks it right up, man. It just pushes it through.
Oh yeah, it feeds that energy to them. That heat's nothing but energy.
Yeah, this year's going to be
You get one of those lows coming in there, and you start feeding all that heat into it, and it just starts spinning faster, and it gets deeper, and it'll go.
Last year our hurricanes were pretty intense, and look, I'm not even listening to what these guys are saying, but my own prediction, my gut feeling says that this is going to be an active year for hurricanes, and the way that it's been trending. We're due. I know that.
We haven't had a very active season in a long time. Last year was an active season, but we only had like one in the Gulf.
We were like the field goal. It went left of us and it went right of us.
Oh yeah.
And boy, did we ever get clipped. Well, we were not prepared because, well, stupid doesn't want to get prepared. All he wants is a new roof, insurance, whatever.
That's what he's praying for.
Oh my gosh.
He needs one.
Yeah. We gave away our best air mattress.
He tried to sell my next door neighbor.
What?
He tried to sell it to him today.
What's that? Oh yeah.
$3 million.
Yeah, I got him stuck on that one. I did. I got him stuck on $3 million. Yeah. Yeah.
Look,
whatever.
1/3 of that. If that.
Well, I mean,
if somebody, about all this place is worth.
If somebody would give him $3 million, I bet you, I'll tell you one thing: this place would no longer be here.
Oh hell no, it'd be gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's not worth the money to put into.
Hell no.
But hey, look,
and that'd be a shame because this is the last original.
Yep, that's it.
On the beach.
That's
the last original.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been here.
Since 1947.
71 years now.
Yeah, 1947.
Yeah.
And this the one part of it.
This place has been here 71 years. The building we're sitting in has been here 71 years. Not all the buildings have been, but this building we're sitting in 71 years.
Yep. It's pretty cool. It's actually a historical site. I mean, and it should be preserved as that.
Sure, it could.
Yeah,
absolutely could.
Yeah,
right people with the right ideas could absolutely do that.
Yeah.
And we've had many long discussions about that.
We sure have, and yeah, I know that. Anyway, there's too much to know, too much to say. It could be a long conversation about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's for another time.
Yeah, it's for definitely. Well, yeah. I was thinking about something else I'll tell you later. Just like popped in my head, like I feel stupid.
All right, I'll remind you.
Okay, good.
If I don't forget.
No, believe me. As soon as I click off here, man, I'm going to tell you because it's fresh on. It's been on my tongue for the last like 10 hours. Sitting there, freaking pushing a vacuum cleaner. Anyway, that's life. Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Anyway, I hope he buys that freaking land.
Look, that's not going to do any good.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Give me a break.
He owns a house now that he doesn't ever go to.
And the people that are paying the rent on it don't even pay for the mortgage. He still has to pay on top of that.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like,
what
the hell?
I'm the best businessman ever. Oh,
he thinks he is.
Yeah, well.
Back to my original question.
Oh, well, it is definitely
back
original.
to always. I asked this question, I've been here 15 months this week.
Once a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been here 15 months this week.
Oh my gosh.
And I think I asked that question after I've been here about a month.
15 months.
Yeah.
Man, you know, we're coming up. Man, oh man.
Yeah, you're a year and a half.
Yeah, we're over a year and a half, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You're getting close to 2. But yeah, you know,
Unbelievable.
I asked that question. I was like, how does he do it,
It's still stay in business.
you know, and still stay in business?
I don't know.
And everything he does, it always comes back to that original question.
Yeah.
Because if me and you acted like he did, we wouldn't stay in business.
No, just,
We've been out of business a long time ago.
yeah, absolutely.
I just don't understand how he does it. I really don't.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of things I could see.
I tell you what, it's going to be interesting when they all go on the cruise.
Oh no! It won't be interesting. It will not be interesting. It won't change. It won't. It will not change. Everything will be exactly the same.
It'll stay the same. Won't
Yeah,
it?
it's and all.
I told him.
You know. His
I
favorite,
told him. He said they're going to Cozumel.
Listen. You know his favorite saying is, well, "Don't cry." All we're gonna do is hear him cry like he cries all the time.
Yeah,
all
the
time.
whole time.
So nothing's gonna change.
The whole time.
Nothing's gonna change.
So you know, there's a State Department warning against traveling to Mexico at this time,
Yeah.
especially Cancun and Cozumel. Well, guess where they're going?
Yeah, that's where they're going.
Cozumel.
Let him go.
And I told him
You know. Well, look.
the other morning he was telling me about it. I said, "Don't go to Mexico."
Without saying.
And I was like, "Really?"
Without saying they're U.S. citizens plus their other background is not very good.
No.
So I mean, hey, look, whatever. To each their own. This stupid is a historical site.
No.
No,
No, not him.
no, not him. No.
I don't know. Him sitting in the middle of that damn watermelon patch the other day pulling that shit out was a historical site. I mean, a hysterical site.
Yeah, historical site. That's right. He's definitely a comedy piece. That's for sure.
Without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
I pulled up, and he was sitting in the middle of that thing pulling them watermelons out there. I was like, "What are you doing?"
I'm pulling wheat.
I'm kind of pissed he pulled all the watermelons out. I was looking forward to another good melon this year because we had a couple last year.
It's not going to happen. The
You
only thing
know?
we're going to get some sunflowers, and I got some cantaloupe in the back.
You sure we're gonna get sunflowers? You
Yeah,
know what
man.
he did last year.
Well, no, yeah, I don't. Yeah, listen, I'm putting the rope up. Yeah. Well, anyway,
You know what he did to
I
the
know.
one we had last year.
It wasn't even full bloom.
I know.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
we don't call him Mr. Stupid for nothing.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Well, it's
I
just,
couldn't believe he did that, man. Oh my God.
I know,
His flowers just started coming. He cut the head off.
cut the head off.
Just cut it off.
It wasn't even his.
No, it
That
wasn't
was
his.
who brought that to us?
Justin and
What was her name? Anyway, this little girl came by and she
Yeah.
germinated for Julie and I, and
Yeah.
they put it in a cup. And I said, "Okay, we're going to plant it right out the back of our window." And we watered it, and
Took
of course,
care of it, made it grow.
let
It
it
got.
grow.
It was what, 3-4 foot tall?
It was at least 5 foot.
5 foot. I mean, it was a real big sunflower. It was growing like a real sunflower
Yeah,
does.
and
you
it
know?
had at least it didn't grow to full. We didn't get to see the full head of it.
No, we don't know what
It
happened.
was
He
supposed to
cut
be
it off.
It was supposed to be an 8-inch head. I think it got about 4.5, 5 inches
Probably
wide,
so.
and it was real pretty. And,
Oh yeah.
and I look out the back window. I'm going, what the hell? Wait a minute.
It was gone.
Go. I went out there and looked
There
at
was
it.
just a stick sticking up out of the ground with no flower on it.
Yeah. So then I said to myself, wait a minute. And then Stupid come walking across the parking lot and says, "Hey, guess what?" I looked at it and said, "I don't even want to talk to you. I gave it to," and I said, "I don't even want to know. I don't care.
Face
What-
palm.
Wasn't yours to do. Why?"
Face palm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, holding a face palm is right. Yeah, but the only thing is that this one had some extra little small baby ones that came off of it. I guess that made up for the big one, but no,
Yeah.
it really didn't. But you know, this guy's a master of nothing. And
I tell you what, when that bone tree gets up about 4 foot, go out there and cut them all down.
sabotage.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
He'd have a fit.
Yeah, sure he would. No,
That's what you did to the sunflower. We thought they were ready.
I'm just going to... Yeah, right?
Exactly.
You know,
No, don't do that because them bone trees are good. I like them.
Yeah, they are. It's good.
It's kind of funny how the one that
last year
really
produced
well did well is not as big this year. And the other one didn't do so well last year. Is already growing like hell.
Okay, well, the one that it's not looks like it's not doing so well.
Well, it's just not as big.
It's not as big, but I'll let you know this. It is going to
It probably will.
produce a lot more than it did last year. And that little one over there on the right-hand side, that's bushy like the way it is,
Yeah.
it didn't produce so much last year. It's
Right.
going to produce just as much as that first one over here did.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
it'd be a good crop this year.
yeah,
It'd be a bigger crop this year.
Santiago, he says he's never seen anything like that, but he says they come, bushes like with beans like that, they come every 2 years,
Yeah.
just like the pecan tree back here.
Right.
He
Right.
told
We
me
didn't get nothing of it this past
Yeah,
year.
we didn't have much of a yield off of it, but he said it's usually he goes every 2 years.
Yep.
So this year we should have a better yield off
Yep.
it. He says, but next year, the following year, 2019, he says, watch out, man.
Yeah.
They'll be all over your parking lot.
Yeah.
I said, okay. Well, he says, y'all had a lot, didn't you? I said, yeah, they were falling in the front of the yard, on the side of the yard, the other neighbor's yard.
Oh yeah.
He says,
Yeah.
yeah. He said because he told me, he says that's one of the oldest pecan trees he's seen in a long time. He said that's old.
This one here.
Uh-huh.
No, that's nothing to compare to what we got in Alabama.
Well, I'm sure it isn't, but he said here.
I mean, I had 2 in my backyard that were as bigger than that one.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
But he said for here in this
Yeah.
area, he says they're not that.
Yeah, that's
it's-
pretty big for this area.
Yeah,
It
man,
is.
it's a sand-based area.
Yeah.
I mean,
The-
you guys got that
yeah,
clay
that's
up
right.
there,
Oh,
red
yeah.
clay, so it's
Oh,
a whole
yeah.
different thing. They
Yeah.
suck it down.
Oh yeah.
No, did you know about oak trees, how they grow? That, you know what the coolest thing is? You know how big oak trees get?
Right.
Is that when big storms come by and you see them moving back and forth like that,
Right.
what they're doing is they're rooting
Yep.
and they're trying to get down
Yep.
deeper and deeper.
Yep.
And then when they, in fall time, you know, they're steady and they go into dormancy.
Right.
He said that what happens is after they've rocked all year long and
They've
ground's-
loosened that dirt up at the bottom
Right.
of the roots,
And the
they-
ground gets a
and
lot-
and they grow more.
moisture in the ground during the fall time, which
Yep.
I have an idea. He says what they do is they collect all this water below it,
Right.
so they self-feed.
Right.
And he says it gets all that frozen stuff. He
Yep.
said, but underneath, way deep down underneath,
Mm-hmm.
he says all those roots underneath there, they're moving still. They're moving back and forth, and that's why you get these big, huge root balls, and
Yeah.
they come out with 3-4 foot freaking.
Yeah.
They call them root sprawls. They come out, they stick out 16, 17 foot of it. That's why you don't have a yard anymore when they fall over.
That's right.
And yeah,
Oh yeah. If they get blown over, they're pulling up a lot of dirt.
oh yeah, they do. Make a big old hole. But you know, that's something that I didn't really know, but I had an idea.
Is that what the redwoods?
Do you know what the best kind of pecan to get is? Not pecan, acorn
No.
for deer.
Oh, I know this one. Tell me.
White oak. White oak.
White oak, huh?
They love the white oaks.
Huh.
I had a buddy that worked with me when I was at UPS, and I had 3 white oaks in my backyard.
Deer really loved
Right?
it. Huh?
And they weren't big; they were young, but they put off acorns, you know, this big acorns. And he would come by and fertilize them.
Oh, really?
He had basically this pipe, and he would stick down in the ground and feed fertilizer down into it, and he'd do it in several spots around the tree, and it would produce more tannin in those acorns, and that's what the deer are looking for. They love the tannin. They love the taste of the tannin.
I'll have to ask my
acorn.
mom. I'll ask what she's got. I know she's got a lot of
And-
buckeye. And I know she's got a lot of white oak and red oak out there.
Yeah, the white oaks are the ones that put off the big acorns. Small acorns are just regular oaks.
Okay.
But the white oaks, the great white oaks, put off the
Big one.
And I had 2 big ones in my front yard. I had some small ones in my backyard, but in my front yard I had 2 big old white oaks.
You liked them, don't you? You ate them. You know, pick and eat 'em?
No, I don't eat acorns. Acorns are nasty.
They're bitter, right?
Yeah, very bitter.
Just like a buckeye.
But the deer love them.
Oh yeah, sure they do.
And he'd come by 6 months later when they dropped all the acorns with a couple 5-gallon buckets, pick them up and go feed his deer.
Beautiful thing.
You know, and guess what? It's not illegal to throw acorns out.
No, sure it isn't.
It's illegal to throw corn out,
Yeah.
but you can throw acorns out all day long.
You can sow your land. You know you're allowed to sow your land. You can grow corn. You can grow rye. You can grow wheat.
Yeah.
You can do anything for them. But I believe that the natural part of it is a real indicator that that's what they want. They want them acorns. That's for sure.
They love them acorns. They love them great white acorns.
Well, listen, man, we're going to cut this off. We're sitting about an hour here,
Oh.
I wanted to give a shout out to Takedown Man and niggercom.news and niggernews.com and getting some of this stuff off there to talk about and I'm glad.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call Tender.
Yeah. Are you going to call him?
Yeah, I want a lower rate.
You're not paying any rate.
Well, if they drop it down to $10 a month, I might.
Well, yeah, just. Why don't you just wait to see what happens after Thursday?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Thursday right now.
Yeah, I mean, you got to.
Could be a good day.
It could be a good day.
It could be a good day. Could be a bad day.
Tell her to pick
but
the
it
coffee.
never.
Tell her to pick the coffee shop.
Oh yeah, I will. Hey, she approached me.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
gotta love that.
That's right. Well, hey, Takedown Man, thanks again, and we're just sitting around and chatting up a little bit, and thanks for setting us up again tonight. And Julie's gonna probably peck back in tomorrow and say hey and hang out with us. We got something up our sleeves to maybe change it up a little bit. We're working on a couple things.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty cool.
I think it'll be pretty cool. See what happens with it and see what y'all think about it. But we wish Julie well tonight so she can get her rest and her voice back. And I can see her smiling right now. Anyway, this is Nicko and sitting here with Crimson, and we're going to go ahead and check out. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.